and she complained that the guards are trying to kill her. And here's the thing, I'm sure they are. What's going on, baby? Welcome back to another episode of Rated G with Gary G. Garcia and Brian Licata. I'm your host, Gary G. Garcia, along with my partner in Misinformation, Brian Licata. How you feeling, my brother?
Dude, I'm excited. I'm very excited. I got a new drone today, so I'm gonna go out and fly in that thing after we get done the show.
Very good, man. I'm glad you're happy.
Yeah, thanks. Are you happy? How are you?
I'm not sad. I'm doing all right. I'd say I'm pretty in the middle. Mm-hmm. I'm excited. I've been working on some new material, and it's been being received and hated at the same time. So, that's the response I like. I'm playing with Jessica Kirson tonight.
Oh yeah, so shout out Jessica Kirson.
Big up to Jessica Kirson. Pew, 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 pew. Amazing. Pew, pew, pew. And yeah, man, I'm chilling. Last night I did the Not Quite Tuesday show. I had to run it because big up to Adam. He's on the road.
Nice. He's in Canada, I think, right?
Yeah, he's in Canada, man. Yeah. Playing in Canada. I wonder if I'm allowed in there. I don't know. I wasn't allowed in at one point, but I think I'm allowed back. Yeah, but the show was fire, dude.
Really? Kim Back and Mike Good on the show?
What happened?
Was Kim Back and Mike Good, were they on the show?
Yeah, Mike Good was on the show. Kim Back, my boy Just Ola, Kay Herman was on the show. It was just fire. The crowd actually surprised us all. It surprised us all. It was a big LGBTQ crowd. Not everyone, but it was definitely a big, because in New York, they go hard in New York. The LGBTQ community. They go hard, man. You know what I'm saying? They go hard in New York, celebrating and marching and all that shit, And what's funny is I went in there expecting to be hated. Mm-hmm. I expected them all to hate me. I was like, why are they even in a comedy show? They were young. It's everything. Going in based on what I saw, it was everything that I basically hate about the world today, because I felt like everyone here is just waiting to be offended. Like they're just waiting, what I'm saying? They're going to be listening with intent or whatever. And I'm not going to lie, big up to them. They came out to laugh. Only one person really got offended with anything I said.
That's about par for the course, no matter what you're saying, though, bro.
And I went in hard. I started with, my name is Gary G. Garcia. I identify as a dude and a llama. And they was like with it, man. They was with it. I even went hard. Like I even said, big up to gay pride, even though I'm not gonna lie. I'm just trying to figure out what you're proud of. Like I said, I've been with a lot of hot chicks, but I was never proud of them. You know what I'm saying? and they were with it. They would laugh, and and then I said something. I forgot what it was, and then somebody booed in the back, and I built on it a little bit, and someone else, the same person booed, and I was like, "Are you booing?" And that was the person that right from the jump, when everybody else was with me, they were kind of like nothing offended them yet. But then I forgot I don't even remember what I said that offended them, to be honest. But
it probably wasn't one thing in particular. It's probably the combination of all the things you said that offended them.
And it's crazy because then me. Uh-huh. Me. Then I went into one of my rated G moments of I don't know what to exactly call it, but I just said, listen, man, people, you don't even understand how you're talking to one of the most accepted men in the world. I really believe I am, man. Do you? I'm very into that, as long as you're not harming anybody. Mm-hmm. I'm very into whatever you do is what you do. You I don't even gotta know about it, as long as you're not harming nobody. But I said the problem is that people want acceptance and they don't even accept themselves. So what you need to do first is accept yourself, and then I will follow suit. You know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of times, when I'm in relationships, I'll tell my lady she's beautiful, and they'll be like, no, like you're sexy, to be like, no. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't want to defend you to yourself. If you don't see what I see, then what does it matter? You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing the other way around. Like, you need to accept yourself so that other people can accept you. And how about this? How about this? I was thinking about it. I was thinking about it. How about be more likable? How about be a more likable person? Everybody, individually, be more likable. Because check this out, man. There's a difference between inclusion, right? And what these people are asking for. Because inclusion, to me, I could be wrong, is that anybody should be allowed to be a part of anything that is open to the public. In other words, you should be able to walk into any restaurant, any movie theater, drink at any fountain, apply for any job. What you do in your bedroom or whatever shouldn't matter in any case. Even what you feel politically shouldn't matter unless you're working a job that's political.
Right.
But inclusion, why do I have to include you? What if you're a dick? Like, I lived in a neighborhood that it was very mixed. My crew, and here's the thing, like I always say I was never in a gang, but I had a crew. We had a crew. It was like 30, 40 deep. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had a crew. We had a massive crew. And in that crew was white, black, all kinds of Spanish, Asian. I'm pretty sure we had a couple of gay cats in there too. You know what I'm saying? Like it was the people that we didn't include were the assholes. That's we didn't include. So how about stop being an asshole? And maybe you will be included in places that don't necessarily have to include you. Why I got to include you in my crew that I hang out with? We friends. Why I got to include you if we don't like you?
Yeah, I think what they mean by inclusion is don't exclude us for.
See, that's what I'm saying. There's a difference.
That's the difference.
And that's what I'm saying. You should not be excluded from anything for who you are. But I should be allowed. Or better yet, let me change that. Let me rephrase what I'm saying so my words are right, because I believe in words. You should not be excluded from anything based on what you are. Whether you're gay, black, white, straight, trans, that's what you are. You should not be excluded, but you could be excluded for who you are. You understand what I'm saying? If you're an asshole, I should be allowed to say, I don't want that around me. Get out of here, asshole. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I think you made a really good point too, man, is we all need to be a little less of a dick. Myself included. Yeah, I think about it sometimes how I respond to people that I work with, and I'm like, all right, you know what? Stop being a dick, Yeah,
just be cool.
Just be cool. And I just got to be cool.
Yeah, just be cool, because I got nothing but love, man. Like I do. I got love for people that even don't have love for me, Mm-hmm. As long as you don't try to harm me, we're good. So the thing is, it's like, just stop being a dick. And how about this? Learn to relax, man. Learn to laugh at yourself. If you ever laughed at the expense of anybody else, no matter what it was, they fell, they tripped, they said a funny joke about somebody else. If you ever laughed about a joke that was made at somebody else or some of the group's expense, then you should be able to laugh at yourself. It's a miserable person that doesn't see the comedy in their own life.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? It's like relax. So I want to give a shout out. I sent you that picture. Can we post up the picture?
Yeah.
That I sent you?
Yeah, I posted the picture.
I want to give a shout out to my new friends. I mean, I have a bunch of friends in the LGBTQ. These are my new people right here, man. And I'm going to be honest, like, I didn't even know. There were points, and this is where it gets fucked up, because there were points when we were talking, having great conversation, and I said, y'all ladies. And I don't know if they all identify as women. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like the one in the middle, I saw 3 young ladies. That's what I visually saw. With the makeup, with the head shaved, they still look like 3 young ladies who were massively cool. And we were just connecting. Just, they told me they loved my jokes. They loved where I was coming from. They didn't see no hate. And it was amazing. I felt so good after that show that they were able to see that the shit I was saying wasn't out of any kind of
malice.
Hate. I have no
hate or malice. Yep.
But I'm noticing the silliness of things. It's silly, man. And if you can't see that it's silly, then what do you want me to tell you, man? You know what I'm saying? But they did. And big up to them. Put them up one more time, man. 2 of them were for The two on the right were from Texas. So big up to my Texas. The two on my right were from Texas. The one from the left, I think, is from New York. They were the coolest fucking people that I met in a long time, especially because they were young in today's youth. Big up to you guys, man. Big up to Texas and everything. We had a great conversation about them. I want to give them a shout out. And that's not like I got black friends, you know, I'm not doing that, but they surprised me. They are living proof that everyone doesn't feel the way the mainstream tries to push it, that they're all so sensitive. You gotta be honest, man. If you're in that community, man, what's going on now online and all of doesn't make y'all look good. It makes y'all look sensitive. It doesn't make y'all look strong. It makes y'all look like, you know, like y'all can't even take a fucking joke. And I'm not gonna lie, all the gay people that I know, and I was in design for almost 20 years. So I know a lot of gay people, you know what I'm saying? And I like to dance. I mean, like I said, man, they're my peoples. So anyone who knows me would always come to my defense saying, nah, G ain't against nobody, you know? But, you know, when it gets silly, let's just step back and go, come on, that's silly. That's silly. We're talking silliness here.
Yeah, man, I couldn't agree with you more. And I think part of the problem is the loudest voices are the ones that get heard. You know what I mean? And the majority of the people who, you know, are cool, they're not the ones speaking up. You know, they're not the ones whose voices get amplified by shit. It doesn't.
You got Blair White, who is transgender. You know what I'm saying? Big up to Blair White. I check out her podcast. She's transgender and she's not with all the silliness, man.
Right.
She sees exactly the situation for what it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She's not lying to herself. Right. You know, and we could lie to ourselves all day, people, and that's fine. We have the freedom to lie to ourselves. But what we don't have the freedom to do is force other people to believe in that lie. You know, I said a joke the other day, we got kids going into schools, you know, acting like cats. We showed it up on our shit, you know what I'm saying? Like pretending to be cats. Teacher goes in and says, Johnny, what's 2 + 2? And Johnny's like, meow, meow. And the teacher's not allowed to go, first of all, you're wrong because it's meow. That's the right answer. And secondly, you're not a fucking cat. Okay? They're not allowed to do that. If they do that, they get in trouble. But aren't you teaching this kid reality?
Yeah.
If the teacher's not allowed to teach reality, then where the hell are we going with this shit, man? You know? It's like a slippery fucking slope, man. And that's the shit I've been talking about right now, people. That's the shit I've been kicking on stage lately. And I'm sure it won't be long before everybody's kicking it. But right now I'm kicking it, which is acceptance is a slippery slope, man. We're good at accepting things until we come across something that we just can't accept. You know, there has to be a line that's drawn somewhere. And everything doesn't need to be accepted. You know what I'm saying? Everything doesn't need to be accepted. What did you just look at?
It was like something you said, man. Like I'm thinking about all this stuff, and like a bunch of articles came out today, man. There's like a bunch of kind of crazy things in the headlines today.
This shit going on everywhere right now, dude.
I know, man. I feel like it's deteriorating really quickly.
And you know, yeah. And
I'm serious, bro. I think it is. I think
the road thing, right? The abortion argument is saying how this destroys, you know, women. And I'm like, but what about pregnant men? This isn't so good for them either, right? You know, I think they should be a little worried too.
Yeah. No,
by today's standards, shouldn't that get mentioned? Nobody's mentioning the most marginalized community that's out there, the pregnant men. I know I'm a dick, people. See, I don't lie to myself. I know that I'm a sarcastic little dickbag. I do not lie to myself. I know what I am. You know, I present it, you know, right there. Boom. What you see is what you get. That's Brian. Nothing changes when I'm off this fucking camera. You know what I'm saying? It's the same fucking. Matter of fact, I'm probably worse.
Unfortunately, yeah, that's true.
You know,
is that a whole nother blunt, or did you just relight that one?
Yeah, I just sucked down one in the 3 minutes we've been online. I just relit it, dog. I start the bullshit, and you know, a good blunt waits for you. That's, you know what I'm saying? A good blunt waits for you.
That's cute.
Speaking of good blunts, I'm going to take a minute to shout out one of our sponsors today, Apollo Bud, over in Astoria, Queens on Crescent Street and Astoria Boulevard. Go check out Apollo Bud, man. It's banging there. And they got I was there the other day, we were doing some dabs, and them shits were fucking fire, man. So check out Apollo Buds, man. The link is in our whatever it is in our information shit on the episode. You can find the link or whatever with the information, with the number. If you're in the store, check it out, man. Appreciate it. Look at that. I just put that right in there without even trying, man. Yeah, but there's a lot of shit going on. What about what's her name? Cassidy.
Yeah.
Ghislane.
So this next segment is
Maxwell.
Sponsored by XXX Playground.
This next XXX Playground. You know what I'm saying? Loved by all the pedals in the world. Now, this XXX Playground, man. If you're looking to spice up your sex life, man, why don't you just type it in? XXX Playground. Spell the words triple. 3 X's afterwards, playground.com, and pick yourself up a game board and spice up that life. Go deep into each other, knuckles deep, literally. And big up to them. Check that out. You can find the link in the same spot you find all of the links. There you go. We stuck 2 in there. But Ghislane Maxwell, 20 years. 20 years. Think they gave her enough?
It doesn't matter though, dog. I don't think she's going to be alive. She's going
to make the 20 years, right?
Yeah, she ain't going to make the 20 years, bro.
She's probably not gonna make it. They already attempted to kill her, right? And she complained that the guards are trying to kill her. And here's the thing, I'm sure they are.
Yeah, dog.
You don't believe her? I believe her. I believe they're trying to kill her. Who doesn't believe that? I didn't believe she was innocent, but I think that's probably one of the most fucking honest things she ever said, that everybody's trying to kill her. They're gonna have to stick her in a closet.
Dude, I don't see any photos or anything from this. Nothing.
Not. They killed her already.
I know, dude. Oh.
You know that? They probably killed her already and then put out the article saying that she's doing 20 years. And in 20 years, no one's going to check what happened with her. You know what I'm saying? If you keep her out, you don't say nothing, let her go in, no one's going to check. You could have killed her already.
Yeah. I know. Dude, did you hear about this thing that happened in Texas too with the tractor trailer?
That they found all those bodies. And yeah, I was not going to bring it up because I thought that was a real downer. You know, when I read that, I said, that's a downer. And I wasn't going to bring it up. But you know what? They said there were a lot of kids on there too.
I know.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
It's horrible. It's a horrible thing. I was actually just watching something about that, and they were saying that, you know, they go into the whole thing of the policies, open borders. That's what this brings. And, you know,
this it doesn't happen like this all the time. But man, I remember stories from when I was a kid of like, you know, in the ports of Newark, dude. Yeah, in the ports of Newark, they'd find bodies all the time.
Happens a lot.
You know? It
happens a lot, especially back in the day when you didn't get all the information.
People. Right, exactly.
You know, they could hide it a lot better back in the day.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, I mean, I listen, I feel for any kind of injustice like that, man. That's a horrible way to go, and my heart goes out, you know, to them in whatever way. I can't lie, man. See, like you say that, and it's like, what am I supposed to do now? You know, it's like, that's why I wasn't going to bring it up, because the truth is, it's just a downer. It's a downer story for me.
All right. Well, I have an upward story.
Here's the problem that I have. You know, here's the problem. And people think I'm cool with this shit. And I probably should have just let you transition without even explaining myself. But the problem that I have is that, you know, like, there's only so much that other people's problems affect me.
Correct.
To the point where it makes me, like, don't get me wrong. I can cry over anything. Like, I can see a story or something that can make me cry. My heart does feel pain and loss for certain things, but then there's certain things sometimes that I look at and I go, yeah, it's fucked up, and on goes life.
I mean, dude, how much are you supposed to?
I mean,
how much of your heart are you supposed to let go?
That's one of those things, you know. Yeah, like I saw that and I went, that's fucked up. And in a sense, you know, like I speak against human trafficking all the time. What do you think I'm talking about when I talk about children missing? What do you think I'm talking about when I talk about where the fuck do you think they're getting all this adrenochrome from? When I talk about the Clintons person getting arrested, bringing in 30 kids with no fucking IDs on them, and some of them have families. What do you think I'm talking about? I'm talking about that's human trafficking, people. They say it don't exist. Boom, there it is. Yep. That's what that is, human trafficking. What was going to happen to all those people when they got over? We don't know. We don't know if whoever was trafficking them over wasn't going to take the kids, take the babies, take the women, leave the men out to fend for themselves.
Dude, that happens all the time because then they'll use them as mules and shit.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Or take the women, put them into sex trade, take the children, sell them to a pizza shop, and next thing you know, they're ordered out as extra cheese. It happens, dude. This
shouldn't have brought it up, bro. Fuck.
But I didn't get all deep into it. I just kind of went, that's fucked up. Now you can transition. I get a lot of slack from me, not like people say I don't care, but I do care. What do we got here? Trump lunged at Secret Service agent in rage when told he couldn't go to Capitol on January 6th. Oh, what are you saying? He wanted to go there with those people and put his feet up on Pelosi's desk?
Yeah, basically he said.
Imagine
Trump wanted to go to the
Capitol if they would have been
day.
running wild. The dude with the horn head thing, right? They're all running wild. And there is a picture of Trump with his feet up on Pelosi's desk while everybody around him, they're like taking mad pictures with him and shit, posing with him, throwing up signs and shit. Just posing with him.
You just see him get like get a torch, bro, and he just lights something on fire.
What a torch.
He takes the American flag from the back of the Capitol and drapes it around himself.
Drapes it around his shoulders and shit. You see them going down the halls with Trump on a chair, like a fucking, like a Jewish wedding.
Yo, I got an interview from this chick. I think we should watch it.
From what chick?
From the chick who testified and said that this is what happened. I think we should listen.
Let's take a listen. If you got something for us, let's check it out. I like when you surprise me with things.
Tony proceeded to tell me that
this is I think an aide. Yeah, Cassidy Hutchinson.
All right, so she was an aide to Trump.
So Trump insisted, quoting the aide, describing what he was told had happened in a limo by another White House aide, Tony Ornato. Okay, so she's telling a story that somebody else told her. That's her testimony.
Oh, isn't that like hearsay?
Describing what she was told had happened in that limo that day by another White House aide. Trump also grabbed the steering wheel of fury after learning he could not be taken. Yeah, so let's
isn't that hearsay? I mean, I don't know if this is an actual trial, so maybe
it's not a trial, it's a hearing. It's a hearing.
A hearing. Okay, so I guess hearsay is allowed in a hearing.
Yeah. So basically,
it's what you heard.
Yeah. Basically, they'll take this information and then decide whether or not they're going to move forward with charges.
All right. Let's hear what she
Tony proceeded to tell me that when the president got in the Beast, he was under the impression from Mr. Meadows that the off-the-record movement to the Capitol was still possible and likely to happen, but that Bobby had more information. So once the president had gotten into the vehicle with Bobby, he thought that they were going up to the Capitol, and when Bobby had relayed to him, we don't have the assets to do it, it's not secure, we're going back to the West Wing, the president had a very angry response to that.
Look at that smile, bro. Did you
Tony
see that?
described him as being irate.
Yeah.
The president said something to the effect of, "I'm the effing president, take me up to the Capitol now." To which Bobby responded, "Sir, we have to go back to the West Wing." The president reached up towards the front of the vehicle to grab at the steering wheel.
I'm not buying any of this.
Mr. Engel grabbed his arm, said, "Sir, you need to take your hand off the steering wheel. We're going
She said she's trying not to laugh.
We're not going to the Capitol."
Yeah, dude, she's trying not to laugh.
Mr. Trump then used his free hand to lunge towards Bobby Engel. And when Mr. Ornato had recounted this story to me, he had motioned towards his clavicles.
And to the left. Back and to the left.
And was Mr. Engel in the room as Mr. Ornato told you this story?
He was.
Did Mr. Engel correct or disagree with any part of the story from Mr. Ornato?
Mr. Engel did not correct or disagree with any part of the story.
Did Mr. Engel or Mr. Ornato ever after that tell you that what Mr. Ornato had just said was untrue?
Neither Mr. Ornato nor Mr. Engel told me ever that it was untrue.
All right. Now, right off the bat, first of all, they said he grabbed the driver and then there was another dude in the front and he went with his free hand. First of all, if you don't do what the president asks, isn't that some sort of form of, don't they have to do what the president fucking says?
The Secret Service can make decisions based on security.
Okay.
That's in their power to do that. The goal is to protect the president at all costs. And I think that means protecting him from himself also. Like if he wants to be in a dangerous situation, they have to advise him against it.
All right. So they're saying that Trump lunged at him. I don't know. I don't think he got it in him.
I just want to let's just go off of this, bro. Right?
I don't think he got it in him.
She's making a testimony based on a conversation of a story that somebody else told her. She wasn't there.
She wasn't there at all.
And dude, the way that they had this on the news all day today was like this.
But my question now, where were the two people where's the people that were actually in the car?
No, because they give the two people were telling the story. Yeah, exactly.
They don't need her.
Yeah.
Like, why do they got her?
Well, because you can't get subpoenaed to these. I don't think.
So they refuse to come.
I guess.
Because my question is, why isn't the person who said that to her there? Is he dead? Did he speak against the Clintons?
Right.
And like mysteriously die from natural causes caused by a gunshot to the face?
Trump said her fake story that I tried to grab the steering wheel of the White House limousine in order to steer it to the Capitol building is sick and fraudulent.
Who said that? Trump?
Trump, very much like the unselect committee itself. Wouldn't even have been possible to do such a ridiculous thing.
Want to know something? That's what I was fucking thinking. Because I don't know what kind of car they're in, but isn't there usually like some sort of...
It's a limo, bro.
That's what I'm saying. It's the limo. You can't
what's he hopping in the front seat?
He's a big dude. He's not even like a little dude, right? I could do that shit. I could jump right through that shit probably, but I don't know if he can. I don't think he got it in him. I believe Trump on this one. I believe it's ludicrous.
Even for how fucking nuts he is, bro. I'm not buying that story.
You want to know what's crazy is the more fucking, this is fucked up. The more I hear fucking Biden speak, the more I understand what Trump was saying. I never understood what he was saying back in the day. It always just sounded so like dumb.
Sleepy
but
Joe.
Now the more I hear, I'm very scared of myself right now because I hear Trump speak and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I kind of understand what he's saying right now.
Bro, that is why he won in 2016, bro, because he finally got through to a lot of people who were sick of the fucking shit, Yeah,
I mean, I still wouldn't have voted for him. But I mean, listen, if you're going to vote against people, I mean, you got to remember, people get mad that he won, but the other option was Hillary Clinton. And I know I'm risking my life when I say this, but man, that would have been a much worse option, yo. Can you even imagine? Try to imagine if instead of Trump, we would have got Hillary. Try to imagine. Look at where we are now. In just a matter of how long has this dude even been in the president? Has he done a full year yet?
Yeah, 2021 he started, January 21.
Just 1 year, Biden has taken away what a woman is letting one time used to be dudes, now chicks destroy women's sports and their records. Like it's just fucking all this shit this dude has just done in 1 year. Imagine if Hillary would have been pregnant. We would have been, man, people would only be allowed to have like 2 kids. Every other kid after that, you'd have to give directly to them just for the adrenochrome. It would have been mandate adrenochrome. They probably would have been forcing families to have children just to give them up for adrenochrome. Insanity.
Dude. Yeah, I don't.
And the people who say, whatever, man. I mean, like I said, I'm not a right. I'm not a Republican, man. I just, I have morals. You know what I'm saying? Like I have morals. And when I step outside of those morals, I know that I'm not doing what's morally correct, you know. But there's I mean, that whole thing of not caring about shit, anything goes, that ain't gonna get you nowhere, man. You know, without any kind of like, you know, listen, this is me. When you got me defending law and structure, there's a fucking problem.
Yeah. That's really true. That's pretty accurate, bro.
When you got me defending virtue, there's a fucking problem. Where did this world go that I actually became one of the dudes that sound kind of like fucking I make sense all of a sudden? You know, I preferred being the fucking
crazy one, right?
Yeah, man.
I know, dude. It's changing. It's changing. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Right doesn't make me happy.
Man, I really think I've been saying this for like, I mean, we have been saying it on this show that things are turning southward. It's really getting haywire, bro. 6 months from now, we're gonna have a whole bunch of shit happen that we're now gonna have to deal with.
It's all. See, here's the thing, man. Like all this shit has already been laid out too, man. These motherfuckers. I just saw this thing the other day about how like all this shit is going right off the playbook of Orwell's 1984. And when you look at that book, he talks about they control the food and the supply of food. Look at what's going on now. They're fucking killing off animals, destroying
they have the TV
acres.
screens too, bro. The TV screens in all the rooms. You know, that have monitoring devices.
They're paying right with the food though. They're paying farmers to destroy their crops, right? To make us rely on the government for food. Right. That's one thing they kick in 1984. Right. The other thing is cameras every fucking surveillance state. And people don't realize that those cameras on the corners, man, those shits have facial recognition. There's squares going around everybody's face when they walk by. That facial recognition is now linked to your identification card, and they know exactly who you are.
And now here's the thing also to know
everywhere you go,
that the way that these computer programs work is they get smarter with time. And what that means is, say they have 1,000 people and they've scanned 1,000 faces. Well, now they only have 1,000 people to do that off of. But if they do 100,000, then it has that much more inputs to figure out who's who. And then multiplying that over time, it only gets better and better and better
at recognizing the features and stuff.
Yep.
And
the subtle varieties.
Yep. And that's the thing. The thing is, you know how many people
we talked about this on the Google Maps episode. You know, before they're even doing that, you have Google Maps on your phone, even if it's not on and you're not doing a GPS somewhere, it tracks your location.
Of course.
That's how it gives traffic data.
That's once again, then they talk about that in the book, tracking everybody's movements and shit. They talk about getting people to believe in nonsense, making right wrong and wrong right, to the point where the people who have wisdom look like the idiots. You know what I'm saying? And all this shit is going on. It's amazing. It's fucking amazing. If I gave a shit, I'd be very scared. You know what I'm saying? Like if I actually cared, I'd be very scared. But I sit back and I look at this and I go, it's amazing. It's amazing how these people, who are these people? Those people. Okay. They're fucking just like they read this book and they're like fucking playing it. And it's not just the book, it's because that dude wrote it from some sort of perspective that has been studied, and they got fucking psychiatrists and shrinks on payroll to know how many people, you know what I'm saying? This first thing was a test run. This locking down the world, and everybody thought that was okay. That's okay. Okay. Nowhere to go. Nowhere, can't go nowhere. You show up somewhere else, it's locked down too. And nobody was like, what the fuck? Everybody was like, okay, no, it makes sense. It makes sense. From the jump, I was like, that don't make sense.
Dude, now people aren't mad about it anymore. They're not. No one says anything. No one's pissed about the lockdown. Nobody is blaming
Fauci is still making decisions.
I know.
Fauci is still, he's worse than a weatherman. Okay? He's still making decisions, dog.
Yeah.
They asked somebody a question of, if you can get rid of any politician, who would it be? And he said Fauci. You know what I'm saying?
Who said that?
Somebody from the Daily Wire.
Oh, really?
They showed like a clip or something. But it's the truth. How is Fauci even still like, how are people not even like furious at this dude? How are people not mad that you got played? How are people not mad that that your loved ones were taken from you and quite possibly murdered?
It's because people are still believing it, dude. Everyone's still believing the lies.
Fucking murdered, dude. Quite possibly. Because what did they do with all the bodies? They fucking, disintegrated them. And someone said that's not how you solve a pandemic. You solve the pandemic by looking at the dead bodies, studying those dead bodies, finding out the consistencies of those people and the consistency of the virus and how it affected those bodies. I'm one of the dumbest motherfuckers you're ever going to meet. And yet that sounded very smart, didn't it? It sounded like that made sense, right? Like I'm not bugging out. That sounded like just pure common sense. You want to know how this is affecting and killing people. You look at the dead. Isn't that what autopsies are for?
Yeah. But the other route is called burning the evidence. You've heard that before, right?
Exactly. Exactly. And there's a doctor, I can't remember his name, and you're not going to find him anywhere. He's probably dead now. But he came out and said earlier, this is the biggest cover-up in the world. They're just destroying evidence. You know what I'm saying? And no one's mad. No one's angry. They're angry about getting the wrong gender.
Yeah, they're talking about
which made it very confusing to me, people. I'm not gonna lie, because here it was yesterday. I'm having a great conversation with these three amazing fucking human beings, and I'm feeling bad through it because I'm going, I wound up saying y'all. I found the perfect in the middle y'all. So y'all, because at one point I said, so y'all three ladies. I said, I'm sorry. I instantly corrected myself without them even saying anything. They might have all identified as women. I don't know. They might have all identified as women. Maybe they were just good old-fashioned lesbians. I don't know. But that's the thing I'm talking about. This is what they create. You're taking a dude who accepts everybody, and you're making me second guess what I say, man. Because they were cool, and I didn't want to offend them because they were cool people.
Right.
And the funny thing is they had thick skin, which is something that I haven't seen in that movement. A little bit of thick skin.
Well, I think the older generation has some super thick skin, it's
the older generation.
Yeah, the older generation.
They acting like they're the ones that had to fight for their
gay
right.
in like the 70s and 80s and 90s. That had to be super.
You know what it is, dog? You know what it is, dog? Is the truth is this world has become very accepting. So they really have nothing to fight for in a sense. Right. Because if you're gay, who cares anymore? No one cares if you're gay anymore. I don't. And anyone who does care, the majority of people go, what the fuck do you care? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The majority of people will look at you like you're the asshole. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? If you're getting gay, what do you care about gay?
That's probably in the last 20 years, I bet. Less. That it's really kind of been like that, right?
Yeah. Like so they have really nothing to fight for in a sense. Mm-hmm. So the last thing, that was my son doing a little trap shot right there, a little thirst trap.
Yeah. Let's have him flex.
He said, come over here and flex. He just tattooed his neck. I'm a good parent. This is what I do. He just tattooed his neck.
Jesus Christ. Well, I guess you're going to be an artist.
Yeah, he's officially not going to work for the government. Even though who knows, if he paints his hair purple, he might get a job as a fucking Speaking of purple or pink rather, did you see fucking this thing with Machine Gun Kelly?
No.
That him and his lady are like all in pink now, some sort of pink movement. He dyed his hair pink. I mean, listen, he's a rock star. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. But let me tell you, regular motherfucker, something. You start trying to do this shit. Well, I mean, listen, what the fuck? Who am I to judge? I'm not allowed to have an opinion that he looks like an asshole. I'm allowed to say he looks like an asshole. If I'm lucky enough, he'll hear me say it and maybe write a diss track about me. But I'm allowed to think that, man. The same way anyone's allowed. He's allowed to go fuck that dude. He's nobody, and he wouldn't be really wrong.
I don't think Machine Gun Kelly's even good, bro.
I mean, I was never a big fan, like I kind of liked the way he went at M in the beginning.
Right.
Then M came back, and then I went back to his track, and I realized that it was really just the shock value of this dude going saying real shit, but the rhyme wasn't really that great. It was kind of, I mean, that's just my opinion. My opinion means nothing, people.
Eminem's Eminem, bro.
What does that mean? I mean, I don't know. I don't think he's one of the greatest.
Huh?
Probably one of the greatest white rappers. I don't think he's one of the greatest rappers to ever live.
Yeah, I would agree with you with that. I don't ever really listen to him, but he was
He's great. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't want to take away. I don't want to take away from his greatness. He's great. I'm not trying to take away from that. I think he's great. I'm a fan. I was a fan more of his older stuff, but like anything else, you kind of lose touch going through whatever the fuck he's going through. You know what I'm saying? It seems like a lot.
And that's the thing. People get mad at artists for doing that kind of shit too. And that's just who they are, you know?
You got to let an artist be an artist. That's why music back in the day was so good. I mean, look at the Beatles, the way they started with their straight up popcorn shit. And then they kind of got into a little more where it was a little more intricate and a little more like, different than just what you would normally hear on the radio. Then they went into the number 9 shit and they redid the shit with song. Like their fans allowed them to reinvent themselves because that's what an artist is going to do. An artist is going to reinvent themselves. Tupac a lot of times gets called Tupac and Nas. They get called like they say they're because a lot of their shit contradicts. So they tend to say they're what's the word I'm looking for? Help me out over here. Like when you contradict.
I don't know what you're trying to say. The two of them together? They
just in their writing. In their writing, they would contradict themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, they would say that Tupac would write a song trying to big up women and then write another song calling them hoes. So they were saying, they say that's
oxymoronic. Not really.
Hypocrites. They were saying it was not. Is it hypocrites?
Yeah.
I don't even know the word, but either way, like what people don't realize is it doesn't make them. They're not talking against themselves. A true artist shows every aspect of themselves. You understand what I'm saying? So like if you take me, for instance, which I consider myself to be a true artist, I do. I don't try to please anybody but the people that appreciate my art. You know what I'm saying? But you take an artist like, me, for instance, there's a real angry side to me. I could easily be, that's why I say, listen, man, that's why I don't like dick dudes, because there's no excuse to being a dick. Because if there is one, I got a million of them and I could be a dick, but I choose not to. So it's a choice. But like I've written a lot of violent things because there's a part of me that's very violent. Mm-hmm. But then there's also a part of me, and you could ask anybody who knows me, that's a very loving, caring, I got empathy for people. You know what I'm saying? I really do prefer peace. Mm-hmm. Like I think 50 Cent said it the best. He said, man, people think I'm a man who likes problems. He goes, no, I like peace, but I have no problem if you have a problem. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it is. It's like there's many different aspects, and a true artist allows himself to change and grow in new ideas. Mm-hmm. I feel like the way I feel right now. Let somebody bring an argument to me against the way I feel that's convincing. Give me a convincing argument. I'll change my opinion. You understand what I'm saying? It's only a fool that can't admit that he's wrong or grow or find a different opinion. I'll accept an opinion.
100%, same, bro.
Even on the subjects that I talk about now, you want to tell me that a woman, the biological thing, or what? Give me an opinion that makes it right. You know what I'm saying? Like even with the flat earth, you talk about flat earth. I'm sitting here listening. I've listened so much that I'm not a flat earther, but what I say, I'm a round earth skeptic. There were a couple of things raised, a couple of things raised that I was like, yeah, that doesn't make sense. But you haven't convinced me completely that the rest of it is gone. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. But I'm willing to hear an argument that'll change my mind. I believed on September 11th that what I saw was what happened, and I believed what they said afterwards. And then convincing arguments came along and changed my mind. Mm-hmm. You don't have to beat me because I don't think the way you think. You understand what I'm saying? You don't have to attack me if I don't think the way you think. Mm-hmm. But if you feel like you want me to think the way you think, then the best way to do it is to convince me. Bang. You understand what I'm saying? All that crying and all that bullshit, you could throw up as much hate shit you want, put up as many TikTok videos as you want, calling people like me and you fucking idiots because we see some sort of, even if it's a matrix, in the matrix, there's some reality in the matrix that's supposed to work, So, for what is real. Let's talk about what is real. Otherwise, let's throw everything out the window. Math, everything. Let's throw it all out the window.
Oh man, gee, we're losing it, bro.
Well, we're not. A lot of people are. I'm not.
The world is losing it, man.
See, here's the thing. I'm not. That's why I said, like, if I cared, yes, but I don't care. I'm sitting back and I'm watching the show, people. I'm sitting back, even about, and I know I'm going to get affected in some way sooner or later. But even then, it's all just part of the show, man. I'm just sitting back and watching the show. The whole world is a stage and everybody but mere actors and players.
I guess it makes for good material,
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to keep on laughing. I'm going to keep on laughing, dog. I mean, that doesn't say I don't cry. I cry every day. I take my time out to shed some tears and I, get back in the game, man. Who the fuck told you life was supposed to be easy? I heard a dude the other day. He said, man, people who are given everything, you take like a prince, right? You take a prince, born to a king, in like one of these Arabic countries or some shit, where they have a lot of princes, right? What kind of a life does that person have? He has no value of anything.
Yep.
He doesn't value money because he's always had it.
Or objects or anything like that.
He doesn't value any object because he can buy whatever he wants. Yep. He doesn't have value of women because he's always had them because he has money. So he has no value of nothing. The value of money only comes when you don't have and you need it.
Yeah, but okay.
And when you get to a point like me personally, dog, when I blow up to the point where I'm getting checks that I don't have to worry about my bills. Because right now I'm still hustling my bills. I was just paying bills, hustling them. Mm-hmm. Every day I wake up, $300. Only $300 gets taken out of my shit. Almost every day it's a bill getting paid $300 because they all like stagger. You think fucking a prince worries about that shit, what's coming out of his shit. He don't give a fuck because there's always money in there. You know what I'm saying? And I tell you this, when I blow the fuck up, I'm not the type of dude going to blow the fuck up and buy, man, I don't need no mansion. I'm going to buy me a house paid off on some land. You know what I'm saying? Not so big that I come home and you don't even know I'm in the house for 4 days, right. But not so small that I got to hear you, in the next bedroom. You know what I'm saying? So, I appreciate the value of $1. I'm still not going to be that dude that just blows fucking money. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that shit. Yep. And I'll probably do a lot of good things with my money, I hope. I
would hope you'd buy your producer a house also. Or at least a condo.
Oh, dude, man, we're going to, of course, man. My people who are with me, we all going to shop. We're going to make a compound. We're going to make a compound, dude. I'm going to start my own country. That's right.
What are you going to call
it? Gaisha.
Is your logo going to be the little girl?
No, it's going to be, I'm working on the logo. Okay. I'll let you know. I'll get back to you.
Yeah, okay.
I do know that the lower class will, sorry, people, it's going to be the white people. The white people are going to be known as the
are Italians considered white?
They're going to start off low. They're going to start off low, but I'm going to let them work themselves up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They will have opportunities, but they're going to have to work hard to get those opportunities. You know what I'm saying? But I promise that my police forces and all that will not kill you. We will let you try to rise. I'm going to try to bring you down every time you try to rise, but I'm going to let you try to rise. If you can defeat me, then you can rise in Gaisha. It's a utopia for all those who have been oppressed.
That sounds good. Yeah, I want to come. I want to be a part of that.
Yeah, man. You'd be a fool not to come. All right. Because in my place, the world will still be round. Boys will be boys, girls will be girls. We'll go back to old-fashioned. We'll go back to the old-fashioned gays and lesbians and trans. Like the old-fashioned trans. I roll with the trans. I used to love to watch trans with girls, and the best part was trying to figure out which one, was the actual woman. I was wrong a lot of times.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was wrong a lot of times.
Yeah.
But like I have no problem with anybody. And that's the truth. I don't even have a problem with these people that want to live in their fucking fantasy lands. I really don't have a problem with them, but do me a favor, don't teach it to our kids. Mm-hmm. Let the kids grow to an age that you're at and let them go crazy on their own, like you are.
Right. Exactly.
Why are you trying to get them crazy when they're young? Believe me, they're going to revolt. They all do. You're doing it now.
Right.
So why don't you just allow these kids to be kids for a little while, just for a little while. And then once they start, hitting that age where they start to rebel, guess what they're going to do? Rebel. That's what they do. They don't need your help.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they don't need the assistance.
That's the shit, man. Keep your hands off the little kids and the little dogs. And got to protect the little dogs.
The puppies?
The ones, the ones who can't defend themselves. You know what I'm saying, man? Because the animal lovers are coming next. And we got to defend the little dogs. Because otherwise you have dudes just grabbing little dogs and and then throwing them at the couch.
Throwing them at the couch
for society.
They throw them at the window. They throw them out the window, bro?
No, I'm just saying, just throw them after they're done. Like, go drink some water.
That was one of the stupidest moments we've had in a while on the show.
This one I could just be stupid.
Yeah, when you're done jerking the dog off, you just throw him on the couch.
Nah, you're kind of using the dog like a fleshlight.
Oh,
it's a bark light.
A bark light.
The new bark light.
Now made in poodle.
Yeah, why don't they try that to try to get them off the animals? They're going to start making animal dolls. You're going to be seeing animal sex dolls.
Oh, dude. They probably already exist, bro. They definitely already exist.
I've never seen one.
I'm not going to Google that, bro. If you want to Google it, no, dog.
Please Google it. Come on, dude. You're the producer. You're the producer. We have to find out if these things exist. Because if not, we need to fucking get a patent on it and make sure that we own the patent on it, or at least the fucking name. Let's see if they got them. Let's go to images. Is that a dog right there? This is horrible. What are those furries? I'm looking for a German Shepherd standing tall. Oh, horrible. Ugh. That looks like a prolapsed asshole. Nah, see, they don't got no dogs, man. What's
that? The anime.
What's the red one? What's that red one? Is that 4 dogs?
It's a sex doll.
I think that's a sex doll 4 dogs. Oh my God. And it has a little hole. Am I looking at a little hole back there? Wow. We have outdone ourselves. But that's for a dog. That's so fucking Now that's one kind of that's a whole different kind of dog lover though. That's a person who loves his dog so much he wants him to be satisfied. Look at this. That looks like a duck. They could at least make it look like a dog. Well, I think, Brian, Mama, what I tell you about having your butt up in the camera, man, I think it's safe to say, Brian, that I just taught you something new again. Like the good old days when I taught you about dolphin rapes.
You didn't teach me this. We learned this together.
We learned it together, but you learned it being on Rated G. You would have never stumbled across that.
And right. I didn't want to search the topic. You did want to search the topic.
And we learned 2 things: that they do have sex dolls, but for dogs. They do not have dog sex dolls for dudes who like to fuck dogs. So we learned 2 things here today, people. There is still a little hint of morality in this world, yo. There's no...
An open-mindedness.
Dude, I'm surprised they don't got that. We really got to how do we patent that, dog? Because someone's going to hear this and now it's done. Within a month, someone's going to have one of those things. I'm not saying let's make them. I'm just saying let's patent the idea. Can we patent the idea? Because I'm telling you, they're next. And once they get, accepted, people will actually
we need to come up with a prototype first.
Can we just draw it? I know a couple of artists. I'll just have them draw it, put a person behind it,
Okay. Yeah,
I think that's a genius idea.
if you can find somebody who's willing to draw up that prototype, then I think we should just start with that.
All right. Yeah, I mean, you gotta take that first step, right?
Yeah.
Maybe me and you should go on Shark Tank with that idea. We should go. We got a great idea. All right. We only need, how much does it cost to we make a prototype and we'll bring it to Shark Tank.
I'm in for that. Oh, hey, Mr. Boots, you want some treats?
That's crazy, dude. But all right. So we learned two things. Dogs have sex toys. And, because I had an idea for my cat when my cat went into heat.
Oh, really? What were you going to do?
I felt like we should make like little suction cup on the wall, like the suction cup ones, but like little cat dicks. So that they could just back up into it. She looked so miserable.
Yeah.
And then there was that big fucking
so dildo, basically a dildo for your cat.
For cats, right? A dildo for cats, yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
I wonder if they have a sex doll for cats. Look it up. They got like animal dicks though. That's the crazy shit. So they have shit for women that like to fuck animals because they have like a dolphin dick. You could buy like a dolphin dick dildos that they make. Don't ask me how I know this. Because I wish I knew how I knew this. I wish I knew the exact moment that made me know. What the fuck is that? What?
Now is an acupressure-based sex toy to satisfy a cat's sexual needs. Well, gee, I think we need to watch the video.
Put on the video, dog. There is a video. Oh my God. Sam, do you want to see this? What are we looking at? All I see is a red circle.
Oh, you don't have it?
I see nothing. What are we looking at? They have a sex toy for cats. They got a sex toy for dogs.
Can you see it?
Crazy. Yeah, we're watching. Let's see.
You got it?
Yeah. Let's hear it. Now, how did they get that cat like that? What the fuck are they doing? Scaping? Did they just scape them?
Many organisms modify the attributes of their physical surroundings. Cat screaming is annoying. Meow, cat.
And they went real fast with that.
Here, hold on. Let's see if I can.
Yeah, what the hell?
You want to read it?
Many organisms modify the attributes of their physical surroundings, and oftentimes these modifications affect other organisms that share their ecosystem. From Darwin. Okay. Cat screaming is annoying indeed. However, there could be more alternatives rather than simply neutering cats permanently. All right, let's see the alternative. All right, people, this might not be suitable for all ages.
It's made in China, obviously.
Of course, man. The Chinese are obsessed with fucking robots and shit. I want to know how he figured this out.
Oh yeah, look, that's it. So it's just
So it's all these little tippy things. A bunch of like
tips that go up and poke on motors, like up and down. It's got a USB.
It got a USB conveniently with a USB. Attach it to your computer. How many holes does a cat have? Are those for the nipples? Oh, it makes it on something to lie on. It looks like the Sibian, Sibian. I think it's called the Sibian.
Oh, and they would just kind of
lay on it, like the Sibian. I think that's what it's called. You know what I'm talking about? That shit that looks like put in Sibian. There you go.
Yes.
Funny how I know this shit. But nah, I mean, that's not you got to get like the machine itself. Those are attachments.
Oh, really?
Yeah, those are attachments that go on the top. That's the machine. See, boom. And that's the way it comes originally. Not that I've ever bought one, but I've watched enough porn to know. And they just sit on top of that, plug it in, and they ride it like a horse. That's basically what that is. It's the cat just kind of like straddles it. Like it gets on top like this, dude. The cat comes and just gets on top of it like this. Yeah, you're not looking, dude. Then it gets on top like this and just sit right into that shit. Imagine you come in and your cat sitting up straight with his legs straddling that shit.
Just locked in with you,
Just
bro.
Locked in, looking at you when you walk in. That's sick. My son's trying not to laugh. He said, that's disgusting. Hey, I didn't make the fucking thing.
Yeah.
So this is the thing, people. We always find out something new. How many of y'all, put in the comments, how many of y'all knew that they made sex toys for animals? I want you to put that in the comments. If there's anything ever to comment on that, man. I want to know who's watching this fucking podcast. How many people knew they were fucking? I mean, shit, we just learned something fucking new. What's that? Anal beads?
No, it's like pressure points on your cat.
Man, if I touch my cat anywhere near her tail like that, she will rip me to shreds. Rip me to fucking shreds. I don't even think that's like, how'd you figure that out? What made someone even start touching that? Who sits there and just massages their cat's ass?
I don't know, but dude, this thing's pretty cool.
It's fucking insane. Who does that? Who figured that out? Like, how do you figure out these things are the things that he like? What was he sitting there trying to feel up his cat?
Well, there's another video about this, the story behind it. If you want to watch that one too.
I don't know if I'm that interested. I mean, fuck it. Let's hear what he's got to say, man. Let's hear what he's got to say. Fuck it.
You got it?
Yeah.
It's animated with Legos.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, Legos don't have fingers, so I don't think we're going to see the whole story. This is just some stupid Lego shit, dog. This has nothing to do with it. Oh, maybe it does. Look at the dude.
Look at the cats, bro.
Cats is going at it. When there is a MoMA.
Mau, Mau.
Oh, Mau.
Mau, which is funny.
Oh, but look, there's a Mau in the corner. It's going to go get it itself. And they keep it in the corner like a nightstand.
You plug it in.
And it backs up into it. I'm mad I didn't think of it first. I still don't understand all the things, though. I don't get it, man. Shouldn't just be one like little cat dick?
Pressure point type thing. You know, I don't know.
I don't know. But you just made me want to look up something else. And I'm glad my mind is thinking this sick shit right now, because at least we're off all the fucking heavy shit. Do me a favor and put in animal dildos. Let's see what kind of fucking animals some chick out there is fucking. You know what I'm saying? It's gotta be. Let's check out the different animals that they made dildos of. And here's the thing: who made the dildo? Did they take an animal and actually like make a mold of it? There you go. So what do we have? We got elephant. Wow, look at the curve on that motherfucker.
Dude, look at the girth, bro.
Dudes normally have
dog.
Dudes normally have like one curve. This fucking thing got like two curves on it. Look at this shit. It's 2.16 inches. And what's that? 2.76
inches, bro. So at the base, it's almost 3 inches around.
3 inches around. That's pretty big.
That's massive, dog.
That's pretty big. All right. So, oh my God, I guess you can bend it or, and the thing, how much that goes for? $30.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it comes in human color. A fucking. Oh, and it squirts.
I don't think it squirts.
Yes, man. Novel. What's that say?
Novelty's head. The novelty's head is designed for more targeted internal stimulation.
See that?
Yeah.
It shoots water out of it, dude. All right. So what do we got here? Zoom that in. I'm over here looking at animal dicks. We don't need the regular ones. I want to see the animal dicks. I want to see what kind of fucking animal dildo. That's a horse? That's what that shit looks like?
Yeah. There's a lot of foreskin, you know?
Oh, wait. So it even comes out more?
Probably.
Oh, man. What's with these big ass curves? That's terrifying. I don't want to see the video. Oh my God, that's terrifying. That is
with heels on, bro. With heels.
With heels. That is one long dildo. All right, back up. I hate to do it, but back up. Let's check out what else they had there. Scroll up. That wasn't the ones. The animal ones. Where'd they go? They got ones with fucking flakes. Too many dicks on our fucking podcast. All right, here we go. Big, what's that? Artificial dog dildo. So they got a dog dick.
Horse, of course.
Dog.
A lot of dogs.
Canine. They got the canine up top right. The horse, man, that shit looks like a fucking bong. They got the multicolored dog dildos. Man, dogs have real ugly dicks, man. Oh, they got a deer. Mm-hmm. No, ladies, the deer will hit your G-spot, apparently. Wow. A lot of horses, man. There's some sick fucks out there. Someone's buying this shit. It says, hold on a second. It says silicone. Wait, go up, right? Go up, right there. Right, up, right there. It says silicone realistic dildo, small sex for women, wolf. It's a wolf. And they have to specify for women, unlike the wolf dick that they have for men. And somehow I feel it's probably more men fucking these things than chicks.
Here's what I'm going to do. I want to go
to deer.
Let's see.
That shit looks like it'll kill you.
Let's
The deer looks like a weapon.
Let's go.
It looks like a weapon that they would kill someone with. The deer looks like a weapon that they would kill someone in a Quentin Tarantino movie. You know what I'm saying? Like the dude would just pick up the dildo and stab someone in the throat. Once again, you're going to see it in a movie now because someone's going to tell, oh my God, how long is it in inches?
15.
39 centimeters.
And
insane.
Let's see the reviews.
I
love this dildo. It's well made with very strong suction,
but
which
look,
is needed
Tommy,
because of its size and weight. Easy to clean, stores well at room temperature. It's one of those 3-horse dildos I have now. I enjoy playing with all my toys. That's
a Tommy Wallbanger, because he bangs his wall. Oh, he does some outdoor stuff. How do you get that high? Who's gonna fuck? How tall is
think he's blowing it, bro? You think he's blowing it? Maybe you blow dildos.
Maybe he's like 6 foot and blows it, but that's a dude. You know, B-Dub is probably a dude. Although the measurements was a bit off, the head of this, why you made it small? You think my eyesight got better? The head of this product is more like 2 inches. The actual length and the bottom girth are accurate. If you enjoy deep penetration, if you enjoy it coming out your throat, but don't want it to be too big, then this product may be what you need. Yeah, I mean, listen, it's nice and long, but it won't split you open. What the fuck are people looking for now in these days, man?
Not for the beginner. Very nice quality.
Long, flexible, goes up my gut and gets me off. Good suction, even on the wall. I'm thinking, man, that shit brings out. Oh my God, that's. Now, do you think real people are actually using that, or the people who are selling it put up fake ones so that people think, oh, this is normal?
Somebody's buying this thing, dog. Nah, dude.
And you know what that goes to prove? Zoophilia is very close behind. So while you're kicking all that acceptance, ask yourself about zoophilia. And listen, me personally, I'm not looking to get into that. So I don't have a dog in the game, in the fight. If you want to fuck an animal with a dick that big and you're fucking it, if it has a dick that big, I'm pretty sure it's proportionally measured, which means that if you're fucking an animal with a dick that big, it wants to be fucked. So go ahead, do you. I'm not going to judge you. That's how accepting I am. But once again,
it's not even, you're not even fucking the animal in this situation. If it's a male horse, the male horse is fucking you, Yeah. So if you want to go get fucked by, if a horse wants to fuck you, let the horse fuck you, bro.
Can you legally get fucked by a horse?
I'm sure you can.
I know some gay dude, right? Didn't some gay dude do that a couple years back and get killed? He was fucking a horse, didn't it rip him open?
Yeah, that's happened a couple times, I think.
Who the fuck keeps trying? Maybe it's like heroin. You don't want to fuck a horse that you can live off of. But you find out a horse that's fucking people and killing it. Let's go fuck that horse. That's insane. That's insane. But that only goes to show you, though, that what I say is true. You know what I'm saying? The Zoophileites are they're waiting, dog. They're waiting because that's still zoophilia, right? That would still be called bestiality, wouldn't it? Look at your face, man. The fucking tunnels I take this dude down is insane. No pun intended. I try to stay away stuff that says, "Oh, horse molester admits sex assault at Perth McDonald's."
I can't get in, dog. They want you to pay. Fuck you. Shout out to the Courier, which is some news from fucking England.
Yeah, dude, you're lucky you left. We just found some dog shit.
A man has denied having sex with a horse. Philip Henry of Dover stands accused of assaulting the animal at a livery in Astley Avenue on April 26th last year.
What was he doing? Jerking him off?
Henry is charged with intentionally having sex with a living animal, namely a horse, which also carries a maximum sentence of 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
It has a video with one dock officer by his side and supported by his parents in its public gallery. Henry spoke from the dock only to confirm his name and turn not guilty. Henry, who also denies possession of a quantity of cannabis, blame it on the weed, last year, wore a dog jacket and white COVID mask throughout the pre-trial preparation. I'm glad to know he wore a mask while he was fucking. This
is in the UK. So
the court heard Henry is expected to argue during the trial that he has been wrongfully identified as a defendant and his DNA has been deposited. Oh, wow. So he was not only fucking the horse, but not him personally. Whoever his DNA is in there was also busting in the horse. Now, see, that might not have been consent. Busting in the horse. He might consent.
No. It wasn't in the horse. It was in the field. His DNA was in the field. They didn't say what kind of DNA. Yeah.
But can he argue he was just jerking off on the field?
Yeah, but it doesn't even have to be semen. It could just be his DNA. Like he could have just been walking through there. I mean, that's a simple argument. Yes, I've walked through the field before. You know.
I want to know what he was doing. Was the horse fucking him? In which case, wasn't he the one really being molested by the horse? You know, or was he jerking off the horse?
Trial.
Yeah, see, like the horse should be on trial. Or was he just jerking off the horse? And if he was jerking off the horse, then I don't think the horse really cared. No one else was doing it for him. He ain't even got fingers. He can't do it to himself. It must be horrible to be a horse, right? You ain't even got fingers. You can't even jerk that massive fucking dingling off. It's like torture. You have all that dick and can't do nothing unless you find another horse.
Mm-hmm.
And then you actually find a human person that'll fuck you and you kill it.
Poor what a sad story, dude. I'm fucking horses.
You think you got it bad? It could be worse. You could be a horse. All right? It could be worse. People, when you think how bad your life is, just think to yourself, it could be a horse. You could be a horse. Then what do you do? Of course. Then what do you do? You're sick, man. You were sick. I just want people to know that Brian writes all the things I say. I read it off a piece of paper. So these aren't my thoughts. These are actually Brian's thoughts.
Oh, sure.
Insanity. But you know what, man? I think we've given our listeners enough to think about today. I think a couple of our listeners might be interested in where they can get their hands after listening to this. Their heads might hurt. They might have headaches, you know, or from hitting the button to rewind. They might have their carpal tunnel acting up. They might be interested in where they can get some CBD.
They could get that from What's Good CBD. Check it out. There's Delta 8 products, THC products, all sorts of good stuff like that. What's Good CBD.com.
Yeah, man. And once again, people, I want to thank you for listening. I ain't gonna lie. This was, we talked a lot of dumb shit, but I missed the days. This was refreshing to me.
I know.
This was but actually, was it very light, or did I just prove the point that I was trying to make, that the animal lovers are waiting to be accepted?
Well, it wasn't a light episode at all because we talked about Ghislane Maxwell.
Mm-hmm.
Transgender, People dying in the truck in Austin. We talked about
that. We did dip into the truck in Austin.
Horse cocks of all kinds.
I'm pretty sure they have dolphin because that's the only reason why I knew. I had once seen a dolphin one somewhere. So I know they have dolphins and they probably have a whale. I said it. Before we go, we must find out. We must find out. Just put in dolphin dick dildo. It's not hard to find. Dolphin shape. There you go. What'd I tell you? Oh, no, that one's just shaped like a dolphin. You got to put dolphin dick dildo. Dolphin dildo is just going to give you a dolphin that's shaped like a dildo, or a dildo shaped like a dolphin, rather. No. Nah, man, those aren't the ones I saw. Just go to, yeah. Why did you wait so long to just put in what I told you?
Because it's gonna show up the same thing, bro.
Nah, just go to images, man.
Oh,
see what I tell you. Come on, man. Don't ask me how I know these things. It's just, yeah, there you go. I knew that shit was freaky. That shit was freaky. And that's when you think about getting raped by a dolphin, boom, that's what's coming at you.
I feel like it's sharp.
But so did the deer. Like I said, it looks like something that you would kill someone with in a Quentin Tarantino movie. Yeah. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
One of those weird ones. And they got to have a whale too, I'm sure. No need to check, but I'm sure. Giraffes. Now it's endless. I'm pretty sure I'm hoping that everyone's included. I'm hoping they included all the animals. We don't want no upset animals out there like, why they ain't making no dicks like mine? And you're like, you're an ant. And they're like, oh, now you're fucking micro dick shaming, But
I think everyone will always be behind micro dick shaming. That's something the whole world can always get behind. If we ever hear people saying they like small dick, that's when we know it's over. That's the last straw.
Some women, very little. For some
reason,
I hear an Asian voice. I have very little vagina. I don't even know why. That's terribly.
Prefer a small dick, but they'll take it if it's good. But it is never better than a bigger dick, ever.
I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't know. I'm not.
I mean, that's what they tell me when they say they're disappointed in me. So
All right, man. Well, to all my freaks out there, fucking all those animal dicks, man. Big up to y'all, man. It's Pride Month, so take pride in it.
Big up to us.
Big up to us for exposing who's next in line. If you didn't believe me, listen. If you didn't believe me, there's your proof, man. They're doing it, with dildos. They'll be looking because it's never like the real thing, so they'll be looking for the real thing. Mm-hmm. They're next. Zoophilia.
Coming hot in 2023.
Coming in hot.
Christmas 2023.
Yeah, it all depends on who gets elected. If the Democrats get in there, boy, believe me when I say, we're gonna have to accept them.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to accept them. But hey, I accept everybody. Let's just protect the small dogs.
Yes, sir.
And the little kitties. We got to protect them. I don't think there's any cats other than tigers and shit that people should be allowed. It has to be an animal that can, give consent, which means that it has to be an animal that could overpower you. You know what I'm saying? It has to be an animal that if it doesn't like it, it's going to fuck you up. Mm-hmm. So it has, it's got to be an animal that is.
So I think what it should be
like pit bulls.
Is you take your weight and you divide it by 2, and that's the lightest animal. That's where you have to start. You know what I mean?
Well,
if you're 120 pounds, you can't go after a 40-pound or a 30-pound dog. No
one should be able to go over a 40-pound dog. I mean, that's the thing. There has to be a weight limit. It has to be like, a certain kind,
half your body
of animal. Weight. I mean, but they won't be satisfied because even if we let them fuck the pit bulls and we let them fuck the German shepherds and the Great Danes, right? Even if we give them that because we say, okay,
you get the big dogs. You can fuck the big dogs.
You can fuck the big dogs because obviously a big dog will fuck you up if it doesn't want it.
Do you have a show tonight?
So yeah, I do. But this is too deep to run away from. But you know what's going to happen if you give them the big dogs. They're going to want the little dogs. They're going to want them. They're going to want them. You know, they're going to say they're not included. All right, I got a show to do, man. Big up to you, Brian. I love you, my brother. How late am I? Holy shit. All right. I love you, dog. I got to go. Luckily, I think I got 10, 15 minutes. Want to follow Brian? Check out Brian, the video guy on Instagram. Check me out, Gabby G. Garcia on Instagram. Big up to everybody who came out last night to the Not Quite Tuesday show. And you can check me out at acjokes.com. Peace.